Hello everyone, PG Sessions again here. We're going to part 2 of doing a full track, and now we're gonna focus on production. In the last video we just did a demo. This would be like if we were a songwriter doing a demo for a producer, and then we just send it out. We as a producer receive it, and now it's our job to transform this into this full track that's gonna go into everywhere. So let's stop talking and let's jump into the session. I've listened back on what we have. This would be like the main thing. And by the way, I know right now I am focusing to not clap. That's why I'm gonna pull this bass a little bit down and a little bit of those chords. Sure, that's kind of hot. But I'm still not focused on mixing. The most important thing in here, especially if it is a house track, we need to have more groove. We need to have more bounce. We have in here, we just have like a close hi-hat, open hi-hat, some claps, and then a percussion loop and this ear candy thing. One thing I'm gonna start adding, it's some snares. I'm gonna go here in battery. I want some, first I want a 909. Just going back to roots. Where is it? I like this one. I know most of like producing time is just finding the right snare. But yeah, if you just get twisted and you're just gonna stuck here like finding your samples, just commit to things. Just find a sound, commit to it, and use it. Like, it's way better than overproduce. Now I want something to give it more punch that's gonna be behind our... This is wide. Like it? Okay. And now I'm just gonna grab one real snare sample. Just because I want to test some ghost notes, and I don't think the 909 is gonna sound good. But if it does, I'm just gonna stick with the 909. Where is it? Stadium and Stadium. Oh, this is gonna be good. Alright. Now let's bring it up and do this. Okay, now I want to remove them from the grid a little bit because I don't want them to be static with the claps. I'm just gonna put them a little ahead of time. Nice. I'll just check with the collect. It's not on top, but it's sounding good. Okay, now add the grid again. Now let's go open our quantize and I want some swing in here. Let's put like 43, something like that. Actually remove this one. Put this. Let me just put this. Let me just see. Yeah, I like it better than on this one. But I'm still gonna use the 909. Okay, just let's solo drums and see. Now this is snare. Let me try the 909. It's gonna be this one, but I need less velocity. I don't want this to be too loud because I want the claps to be like our main snare. Nice. Okay, like it. Let's see with everything. Okay, now I want a new pattern. this, and then we're gonna use the 909s, but we're gonna do a new pattern. It gives a little bit more punch. Just gonna have those two a little louder. Now copy, and let's rename this snares. Nice, and let's paint this too, because it's part of our drums. I want to add something on those fills. I'm gonna try, let me see. I want to add some strings to this. Let's try BBC. This is the free Spitfire one. No, it's on the violin, so I need to go up. Okay, this out. This is kind of too high. This one is good. I do want strings, but I don't want this sound. Sorry, Spitfire, but was not today. This is not your day. Let me think. So let's use, let's use Vienna. Why not? Okay, violins. So on a section of 6. Yeah, Vienna strings are really dry. Wait, I'm on a violin. Violins. 1 section. Now I want to duplicate this and add a solo violin. So I know that I can use Vienna Ensemble just to open a whole string section. I'm not doing that. I'm just opening like another Vienna instance just because I want more control when doing my mixing. Okay, it gives, every time you add like a solo violin instrument on top of your violin 1 section, like the same violin ones, you actually add more attack to anything you're writing. So let me pull this down a little, and this maybe that. Let's use violas too. So violas are kind of they're the connection in the string section. You can play the violin part, but it's kind of stupid if you do. You can add something more low register, or even a connection between your violin to the cellos and to the basses, or whatever low register you have on your song. And this down. Actually, just want to punch in some notes. This is coming down. I want to listen to this. But for the cellos, I'm not gonna use those notes. Actually, grab stuff from my bass. Maybe the fill on the bass might work. Just kind of the same, but better. Okay. Let's hear it. I want here my pitch bend. So my pitch bend on my pads here in Vienna, they are actually controlling if I go pizzicato or not. One section is gonna be the same. Violas. And full on here. There we go. And same on those two. Actually, I'm just gonna edit one. And just copy it over. And now, here's where on this note, there we go. Like this. There we go. Let's test it. This is kind of too long though. Something like this, maybe. Yeah. What if we actually extended and play like like with the chords? Would that sound good or not? Let's test it. Here's the thing: when you're producing, just like throw ideas to the paper. It's part of it's part of making the song. You need to test things out, like see what works, what doesn't work. Okay. E flat. Okay. This. Okay. Six would be C minor. God. Also, I need a little breath in here, and I need to put this over here. Need to be between notes, so you can change and play another. There we go. There we go. Now this, it's E flat. What's the chord again? I'm falling into E flat major, just C minor. Okay, okay. So flat major, G. Oh, actually, I'll go all the way up to here. I'll do something like this. Here, between notes. Just like that. This will be like this. It's not gonna fall enough. This is gonna fall on A flat. Yeah, A flat. There we go. And I know this is super dry. We need to add reverb. Okay, F. It's gonna be E flat here. The fifth. Okay, I'm gonna play the fifth in here. To the grid. Here. And grid. There we go. Put them in between notes. Then C minor. We're gonna go to G. F. I'm gonna go C. So here's the thing. If you do this, like my pitch bend here, when it's up, it's gonna play pizzicato, which would be like an spiccato expression. If I need always to put behind the first attack of the note. So in here, like the C is gonna play like pizzicato and won't continue playing. So what we do is do this, like a little breathe. One thing that helps when like programming strings is playing something more real, more playable. I have no clue if this is like actually playable on a cello, because I know the fingering is kind of wonky, but it will suffice. Those nodes in here need to be a little longer and way louder. Yes. Yes. There we go. Now we need to mod wheel this. Oh, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. See, that's why I don't like using strings or anything from the orchestra, because I always need to program it. It's like just a pain, and I might even delete everything later. I want to record everything at once. And I'm using two controls here, expression and the mod wheel. Nice. So they come and go. folder this and then paint them. Strings. Just cleaning up this session. Always do this, guys, like organize yourselves. I cannot stress enough how many projects I just destroyed by not being organized. Alright, now because I hate that they're dry, I'm gonna use actually, where is it? I'm gonna use Reverb. And I'm gonna import something that I have here, which is an impulse response from a scoring stage. Because every time you're working with orchestras, they are never recorded like in regular studios. They're actually, if you have like a big section, you actually have like on a scoring stage, which is like a big studio. It's not like that really tiny room that you're used to. Like it's a big studio that can fit like entire orchestra in there. Even like they even adapt churches to become studios just so they can record like full orchestras. And here I have like a 5 meter 4-way channel, a 7 meter, and a 10 meter. This corresponds on how far the instruments are from the microphones. And as for a string section, it's really close. They sit up on top of here, really forward from on top on the mics. So I'm going to use the 5 meter. But if it was like woodwinds and brass, usually they are 7 meters because they are like just behind the strings. And then if we have like percussion, harp, or anything that goes way beyond, you go like 10 meters, which is like the furthest away from the microphones. Here, remove auto gain, and when I do that, it kind of it decompress the sample, and this is gonna get hell loud. So I'm just gonna do this solo. Let me see if the reverb, yeah. Way better. You see the tail like as they are in an orchestra, like it should be. It's just, yeah, I love those impulse responses from the tail decks. I might dive into later and EQ a little bit this, and also do like mess with the sense, because like 6 dB is kind of a lot, but I don't I like them really wet like that for this track. I think it's gonna work. I wanted to try kind of like just kind of like a string stab. Let me just try the tache. I want like a staccato that, you know, just slides over. Every time you're working with MIDI, it's good to reset the controls and have like extra bars on your project for that. And then you're gonna say, oh, but you're gonna export like from on 1. No, I always export from -1, and then on the master I can just like trim the silence. Then I'll need something more active at the same time. Maybe if I just start with the bass already. Yeah, why not? And maybe keys. Do this. What if I do more string stabs? I'm just like diving into this string idea like a lot. I just check with the harmony because it needs to be on the right chord. I'm just gonna do like the famous long note on a string. Yeah, Every house track has one. Okay, just need to put the right expression. Let's go. This out. Pull this back in. And pull this back in. Good. Now I want this not to be this loud. This wait. Expression like this. Let's see what happens. Yeah, here. I'm gonna put the other the violin section. Actually, I'm gonna move this to. Let me do like boom, boom. Like just following the chords, you know, preparing for the break all the way in. This is supposed to be D flat. E flat. No, wait. Yeah, no. This is wrong. Here, D flat. That's right. And F. No, it's C minor. Why? There's no sound. Guys, from now on, just use simples. Don't do all this hassle that I'm doing. Holy shit. It's not worth it. For something that I even might scrap it later. Don't even do music, guys. Just become, like, just do accounting. I don't know. Like, become a lawyer. Do something with your life. Ah. It doesn't change for everyone. See, guys, here's the thing with my channel. I'm here to show you everything there is in music production. Not only like the best parts, you know. People come here on YouTube and just show like, hey, I did this track in 1 hour, and then they just hide like all this MIDI editing, all the sound designing. You know, they actually spend hours doing that, you know? Because you really think like you're gonna do like a banger, like a hell of a track in 1 hour, just using presets, like everything that's just ready there to use, that everyone uses? No, it's not gonna sound unique. We're here to show you the real thing. What is music production? It's doing those tiny little details so you can scrap it later, or even your boss just go say, hey, this sounds like shit. Nice. Let's see on the macro here. missing something in this versus the pitch bend. For now, I'm not gonna add processing to them, but I might do it later, like just to scratch a little bit of sound. Just to, okay, I need to add more syncopation to this. This is just static. It's gonna be da da da. Oh, this is hella stiff. It's gonna go to here. This we're gonna put here and here. Let's listen from the beginning. Maybe this. This will be 10. Bum. This needs to go out. And then so we had the strings. I like those. I think I'm gonna keep it, at least the idea. But I think we need more percussion. Because I'm not thinking it's bouncing that much. Let me open Holly on here. Instrument strike. Holly on Sonic. Whoa, wait. Okay. I think I got it in the first bar here. Decent. Quantize a little bit. Bring this in. I want to see this with the piano. If grooves with the yeah, it's a good loop. Yeah, now I think it's more fuller. Of course, painted red. And also I'm gonna bring it to the beginning. Nah, this is gonna fight with the bass. Bring it here. What else? What else we can add? Or just like throwing ideas out. Just throwing ideas just to see what else happens, like if we got an arrangement or even like we add more stuff. I might be into something here. Solid. It works. By the way, when I get to mixing, I'm just gonna separate all those, like, all those snares, all those percussions in here, so I can have like better control into pinning and also like volume wise, especially if I need to do volume automation, which I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have to. This is entering on a weird place. Needs to come in here. Want this to be smoother. It's the expression. It's good. Otherwise, it's gonna draw too much attention. Okay, I need something more spacey. Especially for that break over there. Okay, let's change the cutoff here. Where's my pad? MIDI here. Okay, let's throw this in here. Let's see what happens. Yep. Sample that. 8 pad. There we go. Let's go. You know the drill. Add it. Render in place. Render with current settings. You just zoom in and trim this tail and give it a little here, and I don't want this attack to be too harsh. There we go. Now delete this track, and now we have a Jupiter on our track. There we go. Better. Just adjusting the fade at the end. Then let's put it into keys, our keys folder. Just below our pad and paint like a beautiful color here. I want to check on this bass. I'm gonna do something drastic here. Let's test this out. I want like more a round bass sound, and for that I would need like something like a real bass playing, like a DI bass. As I don't have a bass in here and I don't know how to play bass, I can just fake it with contact. I've done this in one of my tracks already that I'm gonna be releasing soon, so stay here to know. Like, I did this one in one of my tracks that I'm gonna be releasing soon, so follow me on social media that you're gonna see all the pre-save links. You're gonna be see like all the announcements. And just because I didn't ask, like, if you're liking the video, if you learned something new, give a like and please subscribe, hit the bell button. Like, this helps a lot, and for sure I'm gonna be bringing like tons of content here for you guys. And this in, let's just see. Okay, some of the notes need to be this. This needs to connect. Okay, now I want to mix this in the bass. I need to mix this in with this bass to add like more round, kind of like a roundness to it. To bass group, it's gonna go all the way in here. Soul bass. I think like this really buzzy sound is from, yeah, it might be from this cabinet. Better. Way better. Now, this goes all the way down. And we solo here. Yeah, my camera just died. I'm just switching to my phone. I know it's not gonna be the best quality, but just let's end the video. We're just in the end here. So we're talking about bass. Like, if you add something like played in like for real, like in a real instrument, like I'm just kind of actually doing a simulation of a real player there. Like, what I mean is, like, if you don't only use synthesizers, you're gonna get like something more natural sounding, more rounded, especially on the bass, and especially that I'm using kind of like a stereo sound to that electric bass. I'm still gonna say that if you want like the best result ever, just hire someone to play your part, and then you can add the synths and you can add the sub bass or whatever else you want to add into your bass. Or you can do what Daft Punk used to do, which is like simple, like a real bass player, and play your bass part on the synth like around it, or even like the same. But you just need to be careful to don't get to like into masking and phasing. So that's why, like, sometimes if you're using a sample because you don't know how the way they recorded it, with which bass they recorded, like what amplifier, what if was DI or not, you're just gonna run into troubles that you can fix by just using like a MIDI part like that, just the way you did. But if you really want to use samples on your bass, I really suggest that play your part around it. Like, if you have like a bass line and you have like a bass synth, instead of like just playing the same thing, hammering on, just play like a pattern around it, or like accentuating like some notes here and there. This is gonna not only round more your bass, it will sound like a one unit, and we will also like get like you're gonna get like a big bass. You know, you're gonna get like something bigger, fuller. Um, yeah. Yeah, see, like I know it's clipping because I'm not paying too much attention to the levels, but you can hear how round it is. Like it's sounding fuller. You know, it hits your chest like in the right way. It grooves. The only thing that we need to decide if we actually use both bass like both basses throughout the whole song, because sometimes you want just to pull things back, and then a good idea to just when pulling things back is just reducing your bass information. So it's not about like just quitting the bass, but you don't need like here if just do this on the start of the song, maybe it's gonna be like too much, and then I don't won't have room to grow in tension and volume on whatever, and like at the end of the song. So let's see, let's test here. Just as I said, it's just too much. Here in the beginning, I need something like a bass, like a weaker bass, because like we're just starting the song. You don't want like to punch your listener with like heavy information like that. But when we get to here, with the strings, all the keys, piano, like all the percussion, and especially with like a 303, which is a bass, which like is another timbre, but it is a bass. You need something more round as a bass. Like you need something bigger as the base of your track, as the foundation. I see the need of a vocal, but I don't know. Like I'm still thinking about it. Vocals are something that are particularly hard to do, not because there's no like talented singer or you don't know like a good singer, because you need to know if the voice of the singer that you choose matches your song, and sometimes it doesn't, and when it doesn't, you need just to decide to go with it or just to trash it. Also, there's like the talk about, you need to talk about like what type of vocal you want. Like you something more rhythmic, like something with rhythm, kind of like a rap thing. Something more singable, like an R&B singer, you know. And then you go fetch your vocals. What I suggest to do is find samples from like every option that you're thinking, like something rhythm based, something like more choirish, something more like R&B, something even like more poppy, more other things like afterlife, you like do and like something more robotic AI, and then just experiment with those samples. And even though you're not going to use them to the final product, what you can do is actually like call your singer of choice and say, hey, can you sing something like this? And then they're gonna say yes or no. If they say yes, you're gonna say, okay, just do like a new melody and some new lyrics, and let's work together. Just want something on that style, like just give them a reference. Okay, now one thing, I want this, actually I want this part to repeat itself, minus the strings, and the strings are gonna enter here. Yep. Okay, now I want to extend the strings here and play with the chords. I'm gonna regret this. So much things to add, just like, oh, shit. Easy way to do this. Easy way to do this. We just copy our pad. Let me just do this. We just copy our pads to the strings. And then we just divide the notes to each string that you want to do. Never do this if you're doing like an orchestral mock-up, because you need to play as a string player even though you're playing on a keyboard. So just, yeah, we're doing this because this is a house track. So top voices, if your violin wants like the solo, nice. Thrash this all. This. Goodbye and goodbye. This is where it gets tricky because you never know which notes you're putting like anywhere. So now you can just open this and see. This needs to be F minor, so okay, this needs to be here. Wait, I'm doing things wrong. There we go. There we go. So F minor, this needs to be the third. The third is set. When I'm playing here. Okay, I'm playing the fifths here. So on violas, we're gonna play all the thirds. F, G, and then this is gonna be the roots. F, actually, that's gonna be too high for the cello. Let's see. Nice. Then, as we've been doing, let's record and reset all the MIDI information, like on expression and on the mod wheel. Nice. Okay. Just gonna do this. And actually, just now I want to add some processing in these strings. I want first to compress them. I need a solid bus comp for that. Let me just. Now, let's add a bit of. Let's add a little bit of saturation. I'm gonna like 60. Yeah. Okay, let me do something different. Here in Cubase, one thing that is good, you can just click this button here, Q link, and just select like the tracks that you want to do like changes, and you can do like all at once. See, I can just like remove like all the synths in one click. This saves a lot of time. Let's go string reverb. Let's see what happens. Actually, what if we do volcano, and then we do like a bandpass, 12 dB, maybe something like this. Filter, center. Actually, let me use another Pro Q just to do that. We cut in here, and then we cut here. And also, just because, amp simulator. I want clean, and then I want to remove bass. Let's get a little bit of a mid there. Presence remove a little bit, and treble. Can just do it like this. There we go. Okay, yeah, we added plenty of stuff in here. So this is the second part, and also the first part of production, because we're not done. We're not done with this. I'm liking the way this is going, but we're definitely not done. Yeah. So last hint of the video. Now it's good to get like a time off of your track. Just like save it, export like an MP3 so you can have like easy access. You don't need to open the whole session. You don't need to do that. Just export an MP3 and have it on your computer, and then like go drink some water, go like take a shower, sleep like in the next day. Just come up, open that MP3 and say like, okay, I'm feeling that I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do all of those things, and take some notes. Also keep watching like tutorial videos. You can like watch other stuff on my channel. Just grab a lot of information, like grab other reference tracks, like discover new ideas. So this is the beginning of production. So this is kind of part of my process. We did the demo. Now we as producer received the demo, and then we're producing like this to become like a real song. Guys, thank you for sticking out. I know this is the second video and this is hella long. I know that. But if you want to support the channel, just give a like, give a subscribe, and hit the bell button. You know, all those things. Follow me on all social media to know like every time I drop a video, I'm gonna be posting there. Also, I have songs coming out, so you guys can get like the pre-save links all here in the description, and also in all my social media I post like backstage stuff. So my day to day, like sometimes I'm here in the studio producing like some corporate tracks, like I'm producing other artists, so you guys can take a look at that. My name is PJ Sessions, and I'm here in my studios wearing my pajamas as always. And guys, thank you for watching.